Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. In the last part, at least for YouTube, we headed off into the Briny Deeps, where we explored some ruins. We learned some interesting stuff. We have more questions than we have answers, and yeah. I tried to do the last Eden raid, but it turns out I had to actually finish 5.3 before I can actually finish it. Well, damn. So yeah, we are going to patch 5.3. I'm holding off on the other storyline until I've actually finished the Eden raid. So let's wrap up 5.3. This is the final story patch of Shadowbringers, at least for the whole story of Shadowbringers. Mr. Sarai, will you be venturing forth today? Do be sure to take care of Sup. Though they may say the star shot was harmless, no one can never to be too careful. But I concede it's not for me to tell the warrior of darkness how to look after herself. Old habits, you understand. Sessa, how very opportune. Greetings, my friend. Do you ever chance have a moment to spare? What's up? Wonderful, wonderful. I wanted to thank you, you see, for revealing to us the truth of the Warriors of Light. After all these years, your tale has set the record straight. Finally, the people see them as the great heroes they were. Or the great hero he is, in the case of Ardbert. You two were surprised to see him, I think. I was surprised is not... At the time, I was not certain what to make of it all, but I could see the effect his words had on those around me. And then the stars rained down from the sky and, well, you know the rest. When the commotion died down, you were nowhere to be seen, but I was determined to express my gratitude, and so here I am. Thank you, Cecil, for giving me voice of the truth and restoring the Warriors of Light to their rightful place in history. Should you perhaps wish to have your account on these matters committed to writing, I'll be more than willing to serve you as your scribe. Indeed, if there's anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only say the word. It's not the Ardbert, though. It's a false Ardbert. It's not my Ardbert. Tell me what the situation is like in the city. The situation in the city? Do you mean the people's awakening as Warriors of Light? Audio, please, what are you doing? Hang on. I was having a fit. Is it gone? Is it settled down? Sounds like it. Well, while questions remain about the circumstances surrounding Ardbert's return, history tells us what took place may not be entirely unprecedented. But to understand that requires an understanding of Warriors of Light in a broader Randic context. If it please you, I should be glad to provide an overview. I flatter myself that it may grant you a better grasp of which is occurring not only in the Crystarium, but the world at large. Excellent. I shall return to the cabin at once and look up the relevant texts. Pray join me at your earliest convenience. No rest for the righteous, it would seem. Do not let me keep you, miss. I bid you a pleasant day. I mean, it's a good thing that we're going straight into 5.3, because 5.3 is by far one of the best story patches, in my opinion, that this game has had. Well, Let me rephrase it. It's by far the best story patch wrap-up. Cecil, excellent timing. I have at this moment finished gathering the materials for our lesson. As a great many works would make reference to the Warriors of Light, I shall, with your permission, focus only on the details that seem most relevant. Oh. What are you all doing here? Warriors of Light, you say? Forgive us, but we couldn't help overhearing. We've been out keeping watch over the Crystarian, but it appears to be business as usual. So I thought I'd spend some time brushing up my knowledge of familiars, and Elf Note volunteered to help. I actually came on a different errand, but I'd be interested in hearing about the Warriors of Light as well. May I join you? Of course, the more the merrier. If you would care to find a table below, I shall be down with the books in a moment. Were one to pore over the annals of Randic history, one would note the comparatively frequent reoccurrence of individuals hailed as warriors of light. Ardbert and his comrades required no introduction, but many others bore the epithet long before them. To name but a few, there was Toltwile, the legendary first king of Lakeland, Rodford and Solard, the fabled Drawn and Galgent of Duo and Volbert. And no list of Rondra heroes would be complete without the Archmage Tiuna of Ronka. In older text, she was called the Warrior of Light. It did surprise me how ready people were to forget the negative associations of the title, but it makes sense if it had been around for centuries. Verily, in ages past, it was simply a synonym for hero. In the wake of the flood, however, the light became regarded with fear. The title was not used not to exalt, but to revile. A far cry from its beginnings. Oh, I recognize that figure. Look at that! It's the Final Fantasy I Warrior of Light. This, my friends, is Norvrant's oldest epic, the original tale of the struggle between good and evil. In a time when they all lay shrouded in darkness, a prophesied hero rose to deliver the world from its doom. Fighting in the name of the light, the hero styled himself as its foot soldier, and thus did he become known as the Warrior of Light. Curiously, in the centuries that followed, other warrior heroes appeared who claimed that self-same epithet, despite sharing no discernible connection with their predecessors. And in time, Warrior of Light came to be a name accorded to all men and women of uncommon skill and valor. Well, the plot thickens. As you know, the title Warrior of Light is also used in the source, though the manners in which individuals have earned it are many and varied. Heroes have been honored thus since antiquity. Nor does the custom show any sign of dying out, as you can well attest. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It surely can't be a coincidence. Indeed not. Let us imagine a man who is awakened to the echo is able to hear Heidel's voice. As she styles him, so too does he style himself, a warrior of light. Of course, being blessed with the echo does not in itself make one a hero, and conversely, there have been no few heroes who were not blessed with it. But such distinctions are immaterial to the masses, and over time they came to use the title Warrior of Light and the word hero interchangeably. Sounds about right. It would be interesting to see if the theory holds true in the other worlds, if crossing the rift were that easy. What's in the name? It doesn't... Highland did call me a Warrior of Light. She did? I've never heard her voice myself. But I can feel her presence, perhaps the Minfilia. At any rate, assuming all this is true, and there's a common thread behind the pipit, I doubt the Ascians will have been amused. To have the world at large associate light, and by extension, Hydaelyn, with good, must have added insult to injury. While this discussion is undeniably fascinating, I wonder, should I be privy to it? Maybe if we better if I excuse myself. Oh, no need for that, my friend. Pray accept our apologies. Your lesson on Warriors of Light has given us much to ponder. Oh, did someone say Warriors of Light? Well, what's going on? Oh, it's the little Makani girl. Ricky Tio, are you alright? Ah, my precious tomes! Did I say you must take care of it in the cabinet? You too, Archiel, Arwell. We're sorry, Master Morin. Aren't you? The Warrior of Darkness? My name is Ricky Tio, and I want to help everyone. Please, tell me what I have to do to be a hero. To be a Warrior of Light. Oh, she's got the spunk. Well, it's hard to deny someone like that. I mean, she's giving you the big cat eyes. So I want to be a Warrior of Light, but I don't want to fight with the sword and all that. No, I want the kind of fights with potions and heals people, an apothecary. And I'm gonna help everyone at Crystallarium. No, in all Norvron. When I told Archiel and Arwell this, well, they said that the cabinet would have lots of tomes about potions. But this place is so big, and we don't have the faintest idea where to begin searching. At this rate, I'm not going to get anywhere. If one knew where to look, one should indeed be able to find treatises on potions here. Even so, I fear they may prove a little difficult for one so young, but, A seen Warrior of Darkness, perhaps you might accompany young Ricky Tio to Spagrix, rather than look through the tomes. I believe she stands to learn more by observing the Churgians at their work. Sounds like a plan. It seems we finished here, so we'll come with you. Alright. Last one to Spagrix is a rotten egg. Ha! I'll have you know I'm really fast. You're going to be the rotten egg. Alright, Moron. You good? Alright. Hello, Chesamile. Well now, to what do I owe the pleasure of so many bright-eyed visitors? Is that the way of it, sweetie? You wish to learn about medicine? That's right. I want to become a warrior of light who uses potions to help people all over the world. Well, that is a very noble endeavor, and you aren't alone in it. No few at our infirmary yearn to venture forth as warriors of light. But ultimately, they have all decided not to pursue that dream. Huh? Why? Because the people here need them too, sweetie. The guards who place themselves in harm's way to keep us safe, the artisans who toil tirelessly that we might sustain our way of life, and younglings like you who are the future of the Crystarium. They couldn't simply abandon them, you see, and so, difficult though it was, they made the decision to remain. Then, does this mean my dream isn't any good? Oh, sweetie, yours is a wonderful dream, and it'll be my pleasure to help you pursue it. If we all work hard, the day will come when our Churgians may set forth to aid folk in every corner of the realm. As we strive towards that day, I hope that we can rely upon you as well. Though, I must warn you, ours is not an easy path. No, you must work very, very hard. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'll become the best apothecary ever. Just you watch. That's the spirit. Without further ado, then, may I trust you with the task? I have a place in order at the sweet seed for a potion ingredient, and I would like you to go and collect it. Ooh, an ingredient! Leave it to me, miss. My, such an abundance of energy. Though I can't help but wonder if she'll be alright by herself. My apologies, but would you mind accompanying her? When you arrive at Sweet Seed, speak with a woman named Grancine, and she will point you in the right direction. I shall join you. As the one who suggests this course to Riki Tio, I would assist her in her first steps. What about you two of you? Are you coming along too? Well, we do want to become warriors of light, just not the same kind as Riki. So we'll wait here for you, Warrior of Darkness. When you return, please teach us how to fight. In that case, Reen and I shall accompany them and take the opportunity to ask about their aspirations. Alright. Well, they've all got spunk. Oh boy. I see Riki! If it isn't the Warrior of Darkness yourself, may I assume you're here with faster than Alpha Node? Right, lest you wonder, Chess Smile's orders for grapes. As busy as we have been of late, however, I regret to say we didn't have time to harvest them. So, with apologies, I asked Mr. Alpha Node and his young companion to help. It's the undersized grapes you want to pick. They're too small for normal consumption, but suitable for making wine and medicine. Alright. Alright. Oh, you're here too? We're picking little grapes. It's quite fun. Wow, you picked this many already? Amazing! I dare say we have enough between us. Shall we take them back to Chesimile? I can't wait to see what she's going to do with them. Tell me, Riki, what made you want to become an apothecary and a warrior of light? Why? Well, a while ago I felt sick. Really sick. My body was burning up and I felt so weak I couldn't even get out of bed. Then a traveling apothecary came and gave me a potion to drink. It was the foulest thing I'd ever tasted, but it made me get better. She was so brave. The apothecary, I mean. She went around taking care of people even when it was dangerous. And I decided I wanted to help people, just like her. So I started brewing potions out of grass and giving them to my friends, but I didn't really know what I was doing, or if there was anything else I could do. Then not long ago, a neighbor told me he was going to become a warrior of light and go traveling in the world and helping people. And I thought, that's the same as what I want to do. I see. Out of curiosity, what did your neighbor do in the end? Thylier? I haven't seen him for a bit, so he must already be out there looking for people to help. Oh. Thylier. Or Thylier. One of the guards awakened by the star shower. Thank you for sharing your tale with us, Riki Tio. I myself took that inspiration from one not unlike your traveling apothecary, and I hope your good example will spur you on to realize your dreams. But it will not be done in a day. Such lofty goals are reached through hard work and persistence, through countless little acts of heroism, like delivering the grapes to Chesimile. It would seem I've been laboring under misapprehension. I had convinced myself that it was Elidibus who had so desired to become warriors of light within the hearts of the people. Well, I see now that the impulse to aid their fellow man abided them within them from the first. Elidibus did no more than give it a name. And he so kindly proclaimed, so we must return to our own world ere long. With the Exarch laboring tirelessly, I doubt not that a way will be found. Yet I believe I speak for all of us when I say I cannot leave in good conscience, not until we have dealt with Elidibus. I can see why. This is no longer a strange distant land after all. Norvern has become a home to us, and her people are her people our own. Let's go back. Let's return to Spagrix. It wouldn't do to keep your admirers waiting. Alright. I still can't believe we're getting closer to the current story. As I had mentioned as I had mentioned before, I expected it to at least be halfway to June by the time I finished before I got officially caught up, which I guess I will be, because I don't really do much over the weekend unless I'm not too tired after work. My thanks for your help, sweetie. We now have all the greens we require. From the grapes we shall make a vinegar to which we will add elf grass and a few other herbs to produce an invigorating syrup. Though it's unspeakably sour, it does wonders for the constitution. As part of our studies, I may just have to give Riki Tio a little taste. Ugh. War of Darkness, if you finish up in Riki, won't you show us some fighting? Not play fighting, but honest to God's fighting. They already have some enemies that you can deal with. Vampire bats. The guards say they've become a pest from the Crystarium of late. We try to sneak outside to hunt them, but the guards caught us and sent us home. But they shouldn't mind if you're doing the fighting and we were just watching. The children told us as much while you were away, and in preparation, Chesimile kindly furnished us with some lures for the bats. While the creatures won't give you any sport, bear in mind that the youngins will be watching. Not to say, put on a good show, yes? Right, let's head outside at once. Everyone, follow me. Oh. Alize, wait just a... Come on then, children. She's very excited. Alright. Mean! Alright. Let's put on a show for these younglings. Get my handy dandy chocobo out. Everyone's here. Good, let's get started, shall we? As their name suggests, vampire bats feed on blood, and originally being nocturnal creatures, they've grown more active in the return of night and become a nuisance. To draw them out, we'll use Teshmal's lures, which work by exploiting their heat-seeking behavior. The bats are wont to nest upon the eaves, so you're likely to attract more if you place the lures near buildings. I have here 6 lures, 3 each for you and me. As proof of a successful kill, I will want you to gather up their fangs. Whoever collects the most is the winner. Oh, you're hunting too? Yes, well, it's nothing like a friendly competition to bring out the best in Cecila. Anyway, while we want to hunt for bats, the 2 of you are to stay with Reen. She's really strong too and will keep you safe. Without further ado, let the contest begin. She is very excited. I thought they wanted to see fighting. What's going on here? Oh god. Alright, so we need to put in your buildings, right? I lost against Heian last time. Even though we're not facing Heian this time, I want revenge. That seems like a good spot, if any. Alright. There's buildings down there. I think there's a building right there. It could be over there too. I know for a fact that there's some bats over here. Where? There it is. Alright. So I can either go there or there. Check it over here. Oh boy, Let's go over here because it's closer to the guard outpost. Where's the destination at? Oh, right in front of me. I couldn't even see it because it blended in well. Blent? Is that even a word? I don't think so. Alright, I've killed a lot of bats. Let's see who won the competition. I will claim victory this time. I fucked up with Ian. I'm not gonna fuck up with Alize. How they watched me if they were still here? Well, thought Cecilla. The children were hanging on to your hang on your every move. As was I, to be honest. Though I know the tally, I may see your fangs for good measure. Apologies for the wait. Okay, that's how many you've killed. Not my fangs. Not a bad haul if I do say so myself. Alright. Who's gonna win? 5, 6, 7. 7 fangs from Alize. Which means that victory goes to Cessa, who clicked. Oh, I just barely won. I had one more than her. Bah! Seems you found the better spots for the lures. I'll be lying if I wasn't disappointed, but you're still within reach. I'll get better for you. I'll get the better of you next time. She was close. Was this reversed? Didn't I lose to Hien by 1? So children, you've now seen the Warrior of Darkness in action. What are your impressions? She's incredible, miss. The bats were down before they knew it. Our guards are strong, but the Warrior of Darkness is much stronger. We want to be just like her. Good. If you're looking for an example to emulate, you may as well pick the best. I want you to remember how I felt when you watched Cecilla, and train hard. Keep at it for long enough, and you'll be strong too. If you don't mind telling us, when did you decide that you wanted to become a Warriors of Light? Well, when we were there listening with everyone when Ardbird appeared, but I wanted to be strong ever since I came to the Crystarium. The Sin Eaters killed my father and my sister, see, and I promised myself I'd learn how to protect people one day. Like Ardbird said, this is our home. We're the ones who are going to have to protect it. We're the ones who have to rise up as the new Warriors of Light. What about you, Arkyle? Arkyle? Me? To be honest, I'm still not sure what I want to do. But if my friends were in trouble, I know I would want to help them. And I want to go on adventures with them. See the world together. That's a wonderful goal. You really think so? It's hard to explain, but it's something I felt when I saw the star shower the other day. I felt as though there was something I'd lost and that I had to go out there and find it. Oh. Well, for the both of you, there's nothing for it but to train. When we return to the city, I'll teach you some exercises you can do by yourself. Thanks for showing us your fighting skills, Warrior of Darkness. We'll never forget it. I understand how Arkle feels. The star shower didn't awaken me to Highland's voice, but that vision of the final days of Amarant burning, it filled me with sadness to the very pit of my being. Things I once knew, people I once loved, promises I once made, It felt as though long forgotten memories were dancing at the edges of my mind, but when I try to focus on them, they simply fade away. An effect of having a fractured soul, I shouldn't doubt. But lest you worry, I'm perfectly happy to remain fractured and have no intention of donning an Asian mask. I just wish we knew what Elidibus was plotting. Ha! But look at this pair of incurable brooders. If we're going to stand around lost in thought, we might as well do it back in the city. Rest assured, Ree and I will take care of the children from here. Their heads will be in the clouds after meeting you, and we'll see to it their feet remain firmly planted on the ground. Uh-oh. Are you alright? It's nothing, just a dizzy spell. Seems I tried to beat you a little too hard to beat you. Uh-oh. I'm fine now, not to worry. I'll see you soon. The links are weakening. Oh boy. First Urianger, then Thancred, now Alize. As you ponder Alize's words, you are taken by an urge to revisit the scene of that fateful meeting. Oh boy. The one who hasn't yet to suffer from a dizzy spell is Y'shtola and Alphino. Take me to the crystalline me. Oh no. I have to go up there, don't I? Uh-oh. Ooh.
私はなぜここに君が呼んだのか
What's wrong with you? Are you sleepwalking? Ah, the headaches are back. Oh, what's this? On behalf of the convocation, I bid you welcome to our order. At times you will stand with us, at times you will stand against us, all that you might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. For yours is the seat of Elidibus, the emissary, and by this name shall your every action be guided. Alright, that was fast.
過去を見たかどうせ大した記憶は除けまいしかしその様子では君の策略というわけでもなさそうだとなれば私自身の問題かまだ新たな願いに馴染んでいないのか
Oh man, what the get back Garbert's body, buddy. Oh man. Let's go with this.
Hm. 決戦の時を控えながら武器を捨てるバカがどこにいる何やっていることは君と同じだよ 闇の戦士殿。君が技を磨き、装備を整え、強敵たちをほふってきたように、己にできる最善を尽くし、道を阻む者を排除する。お前はラハブレアを下し、エメトセルクを消し去った。真に良き世界のため、長い時を戦ってきた彼らを、ここに至ってはもはや利用できるなどとは思わない。君を我ら14人委員会の前に立ちはだかった最悪の敵と認めよう。
I can already better.
私は調停者エリディブス。人と星とが正しく進むための機構、ゾディアークを持ち因とした委員会の決議を是とし、彼らの計画を結実に導く者。故に君を殺し、魂ごと消し去ることだけを考えているよ。遠くないうちにその命必ずもらい受ける。正しく世界を救うために。ああ、その前に一つだけ聞いておこう。君とエメトセルクの最後の戦いを見ることができた。開戦の直前、彼は君を誰かと見間違えていたな。それについて思い当たることは？
Hythlodaeus called me his new old friend.
懐かしく新しい君か。
I bet you do.
思
You
い
just
当
don't want to
た
tell
ら
me.
ないな。私にとっては窮地でなかったか、あるいはそれも欠けたのか。
おや、先客がいたとは。建設的な対話ならば邪魔せずに立ち去るが。
Oh, his arms are glowing now.
もしその人を揺さぶろうとしているだけならば、そちらに退散していただこう。
Oh, his other arms now is now crystal from the looks of it. Oh boy.
光の加護は受けていないが、魂が濃い。こうなるとただ人でも追い出せないか。難儀なことだ。
You're right. You're becoming more of a crystal.
大丈夫。さすがに驚いたが、問題はないようだ。あ、この腕は別件だ。あなた方が召喚されてきてからはつい張り切ってばかりだったからな。塔がかかった負担を補うために端末たる私への侵食を深めてきたのだよ。とはいえこの程度なら今さら困ることもない。大丈夫だと訴えたんだが、ベークラグ殿は聞いてくれず、休憩してこいと放り出されたのだ。おっと、小言はなしで頼む。これは私が前へ進んでいる証でもあるのだから。かつて 私を未来から送り出した人たちが言っていたんだ。何年経っても英雄の物語が愛されるのは、人が生きるのに少しばかりのロマンや憧れ、誇りなんかがいるからなのだと。だから私を送り出すことが、こんな馬鹿げた計画の成功こそが何よりの希望になるって。あいつらたくましいんだよ、本当に。計画が成功したら泥沼みたいな世界を救う方法だって案外しれっと思いつくかもしれないぞとかさ。何の根拠もないくせに。それを強がりだったんじゃないかと思って耐え難い日もあった。だけどここまで歩んできて、私自身も多くを送り出し、あなた方を送ろうとしている今、やっと曇りなく認められそうなんだ。やり遂げた先には確かに希望が生まれる。彼らの言葉もそうなりたいという願いで、幸せを目指さんとする一歩だったんだって。だからどうか私にも少しの無茶を許してほしい。そうして水晶校がやるべきことを全て終えられたら、あなたに話したいことがあるんだ。
Uh-oh. What's going on, Irene?
よかった。二人ともここにいらしたんですね。
何かあったのか？
サンクレットが倒
Uh-oh.
れたんです。
That's not good. The fates seem determined to not allow us a quiet moment. But come, let us have the details from Reen. Oop. It happened after Azan and I saw the children back to Spagrix. We chanced to meet Thancred there, returning from his mission. He'd been shadowing Elidibus around the realm, only to lose sight of him near the Crystarium. And he was in the middle of telling us where he'd been, and he just crumpled to the ground. The Churkins are looking after him now, with Alphinaud standing by, just in case his healing magics are needed. And since I couldn't do anything to help, I thought it best to find you, and the guard at the extra told me where to look. I see. It cannot have been easy leaving Thancred's side. My thanks for bearing word to us. Come, let us hurry to Spagrix. Whee! I should have attempted to go for that. Oh well. One of these days. Alright, buddy. You look too hot. They dragged you here too, did they? My apologies. How do you feel? Embarrassed, but otherwise well enough. I won't be staying overnight. This episode was not the result of an injury I could find. Thancred's ether, however, did show signs of instability, and I did what I could to calm the fluctuations. And all this happened without warning? Not exactly. You will doubtless recall the time Urianger nearly drowned and I gallantly went to his rescue. When his water-walking charm failed, he was tired, as you were when you got back. We were both spent, yes, on account of which you begged us to rest, which in retrospect may have been a good idea. The fact is, I've been experiencing regular bouts of lightheadedness ever since, but there was no actual fainting until now. As Alphinaud observed, I have no lingering injuries, and it most surely isn't old age, which leaves but one likely cause. The link between body and soul has weakened further. Time grows short. We must complete the spirit vessel with all haste. To that end, Sessa, might I trouble you to make a trip to the source? In addition to looking under your friend's bodies, I would have you consult Cryle about our plan. If she has any concerns, we should at least endeavor to address them prior to proceeding. In the meantime, we should get back to playing bare Elidibus' plot. Thus far, I've learned this much, that in each of the places he has visited, there have been sightings of suspicious black-clad strangers. Moreover, the coming of these shady individuals has invariably coincided with some manner of misfortune. Beasts terrorizing settlements, blight ravaging crops, you know the sort of thing. All which serves rather conveniently to make Elidibus' call for new heroes reverberate that much more loudly in the hearts of his audience. And you think these black-clad strangers are Asians? I do. I fully intend to investigate further, though for that I shall require additional feet on the ground. You can count on mine. God knows I've been itching to get out there for a while. Maybe Urianger too can be prevailed upon to join in on your efforts. He has already provided copious guidance in the matter of the spirit vessel's construction. It's for Beck Lug and I to wrestle with the rest. Well, if you can spare the old boy, we might as well make use of him. I'll go and give him the good news. You do no such thing. However heedless you are on your own well-being, if you care at all for Reen's feelings, you'll stay in bed until you're needed. Alphinaud and I will find Urianger. All being well, we will have news to share by the time you return. Safe travels, Cecila. Alright, let's go check up on Cryle, see what's going on. They're probably freaking out. Alright. Jataru! You look worried, lass. Sessa with awful timing! You see, our friends, they've taken a turn for the worse. Carl's hardly had a moment's rest these past few days. She didn't want anyone to worry, so we've been keeping it quiet. Oh, but listen to me. I call myself a receptionist. I haven't even bothered to ask you why you're here. So they think the spirit vessel will be ready soon, and they wanted to make sure there are no problems at this end. You better talk to Cryle. She's with the others in the Dawn's Respite. Let's go and see her. Just prepare yourself, all right? Oh boy, what's that supposed to mean? Their bodies aren't decaying, are they? This isn't exactly well lit. Why? It feels like I'm walking in a dungeon. Okay. Why are the lights off? It feels like I'm walking in a dungeon. Ugh. Once you have the lights off.
来てしまったのね。できるだけあなたには見せたくなかったのだけれど。
申し訳ないです。でも緊急でお伝えしたいことが。
責めてるわけじゃないわ。ただお世辞にもいい光景じゃないから。みんながすでに全力で帰還方法を模索している以上、余計な重圧はかけるべきではないと思っていたの。もっともこの容体を思うと、今見に来てもらって正解だったかもしれないわね。冷たくて硬い、まるで剥製か人形のようでしょう。かろうじて生きてはいるのよ。でも本当にかろうじて。つい最近まではもっと良かったの。エーテルに揺らぎが起こることはあったけれど、ただ眠っているかのような健やかさだったわ。だけどここに来て急変。マトウヤ様にも連絡を取ったけれど原因は分からなかった。ただ覚えておくように言われたわ。魂と生命にまつわる事象は未だ人の手には余るもの。予期せぬ事態なんていくらでも起きるんだって。ね、こんな時こそ笑顔でいきましょう。焦ったり落ち込んだりしたら余計に解決しなくなっちゃう。大丈夫よ。今も少しサンクレットさんの容体が揺れてたけど、このクルルさんがちゃんと安定させたもの。他のみんなも生命力が落ち込みはしたものの、その状態で安定してる。しばらくこの場を離れても問題ないわ。だから外であなたの話を聞かせてくれる？
Kryle's the real MVP here. She's busting her ass to keep the body stable. It's gotta be no easy task for her. Alright. What news from the first? I see. Work in the spirit vessel proceeds apace, but our friends begin to falter. As they themselves have observed, the link between body and soul is weakened. It's as simple as that. For now, I'm still able to quote the fluctuations in ether, but it's only a matter of time. We'll lose them if we don't act soon. So if the Exarch is ready to attempt something, let him attempt it. As for the spirit vessel itself, if we seek to draw upon alien wisdom, we could do worse than consult an expert in the field. And I think I know just the man. Time being against us, it may be best if I go solicit his aid in person, even if it does mean eating my patience. Cecily, could you spare us a moment? when Kron goes and finds this expert of hers, I mean. There's a gift that I was hoping to send to our friends in the first, you see. And since he might be waiting a while, I wonder if you wouldn't mind giving me a hand with it. My first attempt turned out well, so I'm going to make it properly. I'll be in the kitchen at the House of Splendors. Meet me there. Well, I'd better be on too. I shall see you soon, either here or at the house, depending on how our patients fare in my absence. What's she doing? She's making she's baking something. Don't we have a kitchen? Can't we just borrow the kitchen like right outside this door? Like there's a kitchen right there. Can't we just borrow that? There you are, Sisla. I'm sure your gift is a bit of a home cooking. Unlike Carl, I can't do much to help our friends directly, but that doesn't mean I've been idle. No, I've been doing my best for the order, taking on this job and to keep our coffers full. I've even helped out with the Ishgarden restoration. And in the course of all this, my culinary skills have come quite a bit. Quite a bit. So I thought, why not make something for our friends? It's baking in the oven as we speak. It shouldn't be long now. Is that what's taking the timer? There, baked to perfection, even if I do say so myself. What is it? Bread! It's bread. You know what? She worked hard. It smells great. Your cake looks like bread. Doesn't it just? It's called Archon loaf, in case you're wondering, and it's what they eat over in Charlian. Simple fare, I admit, but I thought it would remind our friends of home. If nothing else, Crowd tells me it's a good source of ether. So it should send them a bit of strength, lend them a bit of strength at least. There surely is nothing like the smell of bread fresh from the oven. Cryle, and if visit Rambros too. Oh, hello, guy. I haven't seen you in ages. Good lord. I haven't seen you since Crystal Tower. I trust you require no introductions either, Cecila. Greetings, my friend. Full glad am I to see you well. I confess I have a long list of questions to ask you, but I will endeavor to contain my curiosity for the present. I understand our mutual friend is struggling with the application of a certain alien technologies. I've been keeping Grambros apprised of events in the first. Suffice it to say, he knows about the X-Arc. If anyone alive can provide insight into this matter, it is him and his fellow sons. Though I am to disappoint you, I'm just so glowing an endorsement. Memory transference was the sole province of Allegan royalty. Its mechanisms closely guarded secrets. If any record of them remains, we have yet to find it. To wit, I regret that I can offer no solution to your problem. Which begs the question of why I bothered to come here, empty-handed as I am. The answer being, rather brazenly, is to ask a favor. I'd have you relay a message to our comrade. Tell him that we never doubted him. Never doubted that he would achieve all that he would. Those of us who remain behind have yet to play our part. But then, when the time comes, he may rest easy in the knowledge that we will most surely do so. Then the tower shall shine once more as a beacon of hope in this world and beyond. So tell him that we can consider his duty done, and that he should follow his heart now. Forgive me, but do you say this to discourage him from overexerting himself, or to encourage him to hold nothing back? That is for our friend to decide, but either way, I dare say a certain someone will be unimpressed. Well, there you have it, Cecila. If you'd be so good as to see Rambros' message and Tatara's bread to their intended recipients, along with my report, of course. Cryle, before I wrap the bread, would you mind giving it a trial? Just to make sure everything's as it should be? But of course! I'm always happy to lend you my taste buds. Excuse me, Rambros, as a fellow Starling, may I trouble you for your opinion? Well, I usually have mine with a good dollop of Roland Berry jam, but I suppose plain is best for sampling purposes. I see. Oh no, is it that bad? It is indeed, Tataru. Dense and unpleasant, exactly as it should be. Just so. The very taste of home. As you might expect, our countrymen have amassed a wealth of culinary wisdom from every corner of the world, but our native cuisine is, shall we say, a little lacking. In Charlian, the majority regard food as a source of nourishment rather than enjoyment. Save for those few who have actually researched the culinary arts, we pay little heed to the necessities of taste and texture. It was against such gastronomic landscape that it was now called the Archon loaf was born, the creation of an Archon who devoted himself to the study of bodily sustenance. In order to maximize its nutritional value, he incorporated copious quantities of pulverized fish and vegetable matter into the dough, all with nary a care for those qualities which make bread enjoyable. The result was a flavor that continues to defy its description. Yet, for its many shortcomings, the lowest nutritional value cannot be denied, and in being a damnably convenient way to cater to one's bodily needs, it would quickly found an audience amongst busy scholars. Why, when I was a lad, nigh every meal was a sandwich made of this very bread and whatever ingredients happened to be on hand. I suspect that just about every Archon could say the same. Having been away from home for so long, I thought I might have forgotten the taste, but no, it's all too familiar. Ah, how it takes me back. If there is enough, perhaps you can spare some for the XIV. He is certain to appreciate it. Oh, there's plenty to go around, and I'll be sure to wrap up an extra slice. Cecil, when you deliver the loaf, please be sure to send everyone my regards. Tell them we're doing everything we can, and we'll be preparing for their safe return until the moment they get back. Alright, I got some bread. Bread. Alright. Probably better just teleport here, isn't it? Got some bread for you. Welcome back, my friend. How was your journey? Have some bread. By the 12 Archon loaf. However did you come by this? I swear it had come straight. I swear it had come straight from Charlian. Rambro said that, did he? His words are very nearly as heavy as that bread, but I appreciate the sentiment. Should you have the chance, you tell him that he needn't worry. That which I seek to do, I do of my own volition and with all my heart. In pursuing this path, I fully expect to learn the censure of our friends, and to deserve it, I shall forge on regardless. Forge on as you yourself did when faced with a similar predicament, so I ask that you have faith in me, in what we do. But we were talking about your journey. Before the others arrive, I'll hear how their bodies fare. Oh, and the bread I shall save for later. Though it has been many years, I have not forgotten the feats of mastication required to consume it, or how unconducive they are to conversation.
すまない。待たせてしまったかな。
軽く回れる範囲で各地の状況を見回ってきた。結論から言えば、アシエンは確かに出没している。
Great.
とはいえ、赤き仮面の者たちではありません。その手先たる黒き仮面のアシエンたちでした。
ああ、やっていることも生活の変化に伴う不安につけ込んでちょっとした小競り合いの種をまく程度だ。今のところはいずれも大事に発展していない。
そうそう、最近光の戦士を目指してここから出た人たちが
いざこざの解決に当たってるのも見かけたわよ。
そうか。彼らの心意気自体は称賛すべきものだ。できることならこのまま応援してやりたいが。
エリリブスは光の戦士を担ぎ上げたいようだからな。悪を用意し、あえて打倒させること自体が策略のうちという可能性も高い。意気込んでいる新人連中には悪いが、俺たちで秘密裏にアシエンをあぶり出して対処すべきだろう。
妥当だな。
それで君の方は、私たちの体はどうだったんだい？
Not great. Not great. Well, enough. Well, enough. The time's done. Sorry, but things are taking. Well, let's just be honest with them.
なるほど。生命力の急速な低下。クルルさんやマトウヤ様がついていてもか。それはいよいよ急いだ方が良さそうだ。
となればソウルサイフォンの状況ね。その後はどう？進展はしておるぞ。実物を持ってくるから少し待っておれ。
Ooh.
赤い結晶が加えられている。ではあの方法を。
まあ待て、皆にもわかるよ。順を追って説明しよう。さて、これまでの状況は覚えておるな。わしらは知恵を持ち寄って白成績を元にした新たなマグを製作した。これで魂を運ぶことはできる。アリ勢の使い魔によって魂を不活性化させれば成功率はなおのこと上がろう。一方でこのままでは記憶が伴わん。そこで水晶鉱の知るアラグの記憶継承術をマグに込めることになったのだ。
問題はその術が血を媒介とするものだったことだ。当然ながら血を持たざるマグにはそのまま使えない。私たちはしばらく術の改変を試みていたのだが、結局うまく定着させることができなかった。そこでだ、マグと術の親和性を高めるため、マグそのものに結晶化させた私の血を用いてみたのだ。
見たのだって。やってもらってる身で文句は言えないけど、あなたその左腕の変化だってみんな気づいてないわけじゃないんだからね。
命を差し出すよりはいくらも安いさ。無論あなた方の未来を奪ってしまうよりもいい。
わしとしてもこれで成功することを祈るばかりよ。ちょうどこれから改めて記憶継承術を込めてみるところゆえ、もう少しだけ時間をもらえんか。
そういうことならとっととここを出るとしよう。黒仮面たちの対処もしっかりやれることをやって待つんだ。
ねえ、それ6つあるわよね。私たちが使うにしては1つ多い。
ああ、一つはいわば試験用だ。術が込められたかを見るために私が使っている。
それってつまりやろうと思えば 水晶光の魂と記憶も原初世界に持って帰れるってことじゃない？
持っていくだけならば確かにできるだろう。だが空の器に中身を戻すようなあなた方と違って、この私と原初世界の私を統合するのは満たされた器にさらに水を注ぐようなもの。うまく混ざり合って収まればいいが、実際にどうなるかは予測さえつかないのだ。
それでいいの？
ああ、今は。
そう。
Interesting. Hast thou a moment, Cecil? I would speak with thee on the matter of the exarch's mooted return down to the source. Though we'll have observed that our friend spake and not uncertainties, yet a Beck Lug hath the right of it. 'Tis possible to predict the outcome of his plan with some confidence. And it is their assessment that, given the opportunity, the exarch's soul should successfully merge with that of his younger self. Which is not to say the process is without complications. I got hiccups. For one, the Exarch has been subjected to an additional rejoining, an experience which will have wrought a change in his ethereal composition. As thou thyself didst demonstrate merging with Ardbird, however, there existeth an infinity twixt the select souls, and this doth give us cause to hope. Yet there remaineth one immutable condition upon which success doth hinge. The Exarch must needs recognize his past self as simply that, himself. As our recent travails have demonstrated, memories are essential to the soul. Any discrepancy in the former may feasibly cause the latter to spurn its former flesh. It is a seemingly simple yet complex problem. For nigh on a century our friend hath striven only to deliver this realm, to deliver thee, and to that singular end that he cast aside his very name, that he might assume the mantle of the Crystal Exarch. Henceforth, none can say what choices our friend will make, but I thought it only right that our may be aware of these truths. Right then, while the Exarch literally pours his own sweat and blood into his allotted task, it seems that only fair we attend to our own. Dealing with Elidibus and his minions. Just so, and there is one other matter. In light of our deteriorating health, Y'shtola should not be left alone a nighter. Might I trouble you to visit her, Cecila? See that all is well? I'll go myself, but I think she might be safer in the hands of one less prone to collapsing. My thanks. You may leave the Ascians to us. Once they are out of the way, we'll retire to Yilmore. And when Y'shtola has finished plumbing the depths, I'd like the two of you to join us there. If you're bound for a nighter, I suggest you go via Venmont Yards. Our friends will be glad to provide a boat for you. Let's be on our way then. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I have a delivery from the source, Kupo. You're a long way from home, Moogle. And this is from Tataru, is it? Whatever could it be? I like how they squeeze in the Moogle sounds. Archon, though, if thou sayest. Well, having hear the name doth transport me back to ancient times long past. Bread from another world? May I try some? Mayest thou, child? Thou must! That said, though I personally disagree with the consensus, I do nonetheless advise you to temper thine expectations. Wiser words have never been uttered. Though it really darkened our dining table at home, I can attest that it was standard for error at the studium. Indeed, the slice was never far from our peers' hands. Alpha, no, you really are an unbearable snob sometimes. Do you know that? What I believe our McCongs are trying to say is that we appreciate the gesture. Tell Tatara we'll do our best to return before she's forced to seek further supplementary employment. Right, let's be off. Let's really be off now. We can find a drink to wash down the bread on the way. Huh? And they left him behind. Alright. Let's go to... Right. Sir, I need a boat. Oh, evading the warrior darkness herself. What brings you to these parts? And I'm not to sea, eh? But of course we'd be happy to help. Just say the word and I'll ready a boat. Alright. Uh-oh.
君が仲間たちと別行動してくれて助かった。ちょうど邪魔の入らない場所で会いたかったのでね。ああ、彼女が倒れているのは私のせいではない。大方、魂と肉体の結びつきが由来で気を失ったのだろう。こんな場所で何を調べていたのかは知らないが、君たちが我々の時代を知ろうとすること自体無意味な行為だ。
Headaches! They're back! Reviewing the records yet again? Really? You worry too much, Elidibus. The dedication to your duty verges on obsession. To think some thought you ill-suited for the role. How wrong they were. But come, turn your gaze outside the window, my friend. The rains have ceased, and we have been graced with another beautiful day.
消えていく。今の世界に私は不要だとでも言うのか。いや、まだ私はエリディブスだ。役目を果たさなければならない。
Oh! Look at that.
なり損ないたちの英雄。それでも世界を救わんと願うものだ。ならば。
The original Warrior of Light.
ああ、願いが集う。力が満ちる。これで役目を。しかし、私はなぜ、何のためにそれを果たしたかったのだろうか。
Oh, she's gone.
彼女はしばし預かるとしよう。何？返還の条件は簡単だ。君の今の実力を見せてくれ。私もそれなりに力を蓄えられたが、現状で君を打倒しうるのか測る必要がある。そのための場も用意させてもらった。エーテルの流れに乗って来るがいい。
Great. Oh boy. I'm back in Amarat. You're familiar with this place, I believe. This remembered Amarat. Proceed to the capital. I shall return your comrade to you there. I'm tired of your games. You speak as if you're disappointed in me. Why? I am your enemy and you mine. Our goals are in conflict and we are fated to clash. Or had you hoped that feigned sympathy and false understanding would cast your crimes in a less reprehensible light, that I would come to look upon you as a friend? You who have slaughtered my people, who would tear down everything we have built. You do not deny it then. Very well, let us change the cast of this trial. You will know what you have stolen from us. Oh, it's this theme. It's the adventure guilds. But do not imagine I crave remorse, only justice. It's the prelude. I can't remember what this thing's called. But it's it's something. Forward, hero. We shall see how strong you have become. These guys look so weird, especially you. Look at this shit. What are you standing on? You're like standing on nothing. Oh, boy. Let us begin. Rest assured there are no tricks. You need but defeat the enemies before you. First, something easy. Those whom a budding hero might encounter on the beginning of her tale. And I believe I have the perfect subjects. Oh! Hello! Let not their appearances stay your hand. Beneath the facade they are merely monsters. Get slaughtered. All too easy, I see, but at least you can understand the rules. Thus will we now make our way to the capital. Are you trying to unnerve me? Come now, I made it plain that they were monsters. Be that as it may, even a monster couldn't be someone's beloved. This is what I wish to impress upon you. But come, we shouldn't dwell in the beginning when so much of your story awaits. Manphilia, Urianger, Moan Brida, Sid, Wedge, Biggs. Every hero requires villains. Defeat them and claim your place as a hero. Oh, look at that. Well done, champion of Eorzea. Well done. Onward then, over the bloody bodies of the fallen. We got the other seats here. We got, oh, this is what happened when we got poisoned. Yep. You tasted many sweet triumphs, yes, but so too did you taste bitter tragedy. Who could forget the Crystal Braves? That idealistic, pathetic dream born from a malformed creature. Face that you know and love all. Let your hatred burn, strike them down. With such ease, yet again, you always grow stronger with every battle. I like this summary of what's happened throughout the game so far. It seems it'll take more than those monsters to leave an impression upon you. Or maybe you simply fail to understand my meaning. Not that it matters. No, I have dealt with countless heroes and it always ends the same way. No amount of reasoning will bridge our differences. Will result in happiness for all. Whatever your reasons may be, I cannot be bound by them. I can but put faith in my own beliefs and fight for them with all my being. There's nothing you're wrong. We can always strive for understanding, for compromise. How very naive. If you're willing to compromise on your beliefs, you all but admit they are flawed. But I assure you, I have no intention of compromising on mine. Come what may, I will fulfill my mission as Elizabeth. But enough talk. It is not your assertions I wish to know, but your strength. We're in Heaven's Ward now. Falsely accused of regicide, you fled from the snow-swept fields of Korthus. Had you in silence met your demise that day, and the Sultanate, La Habrea, might have been spared his. Oh. But not only did you stubbornly live, you hurled yourself into the thick of the Dragon Song War. Swept along by the tides of events, you pursued and slew those who sought to stop the unending conflict, just as you were bid. Or was it thirst for vengeance that drove you? I trust you're beginning to limber up. Do keep up the fine form. Got these three. All around heroes, people want to flaunt. People who harbor all manners of motives, even baser than the last. Come, let the curtains rise in the grand finale, or grand melee finale. No more than they deserve. In the end, their hand of friendship was tainted with personal desire. You know what comes next. You put an end to the Dragon Song War. There is no saving your comrade this time. All you can do is cut off that serpent's head. As simple as that, a 1,000-year war is brought to its conclusion. But every end marks a new beginning, and for heroes such as you, there is only ever conflict. How are you enjoying the walk down memory lane? I dare say there have been individuals from whom you harbor deep feelings, whose passing caused you keenest grief. That is what our people are to us, an irreplaceable existence that ill can be lost. I will save them, for they are my... Never mind, we're not here to talk. Let's return to the task at hand. Emperor Solus had rekindled an insatiable flame. Garlemald was its name, and its rage across the land consumed all in its path. Following the trail of ash, he set forth for Alamigo and Doma into a storm of blood. Again you fought, and again you grew stronger, so strong that we could no longer control you. Yours is an unnatural, beastly strength, and we shall lay it bare. In order to gain a foothold in the liberation effort, you journeyed to the far eastern plains. There you encountered the land's greatest warriors and sought to win them over to your cause. The strong are drawn to the strong, thus did you gather new allies to your banner. Yet, where ardent souls gather, so too do the fires burn. In this way did you consign those around you into the flames. Burn them all, hero, reduce them to nothingness like the ephemeral morning dew they are. You did not hesitate, or perhaps could not? No matter, let us turn our attention to the finale. Here we shall have the test between fellow beasts. It is only fitting, would you not agree? When I fought you in this flesh, I told you who I triumphed. Will you turn the tables this time? Technically you didn't triumph. I beat your ass. You only triumphed because I lost consciousness. Is that all? My Christian appears to have lost its form. It's not easy to see through the eyes of a beast such as him. In any event, there is only so much to be learned by taking your measure this way. Let's try something different. Come, we continue this within. And the pressure shows strength, but surely no more than a foretaste of which will Emmett Selk's conqueror is capable. Such might requires a fair measure to compare like with like. Yes. I shall have to test you myself. Come on, Cecila. Show 'em what you can do. Alright, buddy. I've beaten Arbor before. I can beat you this time. I can beat you. I may not be the real Arbor, but you do well not to underestimate me. All that made him the warrior he was. Every battle waged, every blow swung is part of my very being. So come, fight me like you mean to take my head. Good, good. I sense your murderous intent. Aye, you killed me given the chance. Mad you think to recover this body. But so prove that it's no use to me. Prove that I can't best you with it. Come at me with everything you've got. I see. You're a different beast from when you face my creations. Very well, I will transcend my very limits and we'll see what we're truly capable of. Hold nothing back, and for neither will I. Man, this guy's nuts. If only Warrior had these kinds of skills, man. have my answer. You already quit this game.
なるほど。ゼノスの体で戦った時と比べても腕を上げている。この世界での冒険の成果といったところか。
そこまでよ。趣味の悪いいたずらは
Stala,
やめてもらおうかしら。
how have you been?
迷惑をかけてしまったようでごめんなさい。途中で目が覚めたから、あなたたちが戦っている間に抜け出してきたの。ねえ、アシエン・エリディブス、少し私の話に付き合ってもらえるかしら。あなたが何者で今この世界で何をしようとしているのか、なかなか面白い推論を立てたのよ。エリディブス、あなたはあなた自身が万神なのでしょう。思い出してみて。古代の人々は終末の最悪を収束させるためにゾディアークを創造した。彼らの創造魔法が万神召喚の根源たる術、つまり想像や願いから何かを作り出すものだとして、ゾディアークに込められた願いは何だったのかしら。答えはアニドラスの記録の中に残されていたわ。私だって終末を前にしたらこう願うでしょうね。世界を救いたいと。記録にはあなたがゾディアーク召喚の際に核として身を捧げたとあったわ。その後どんな理由があってゾディアーク本体から分離したのかはわからない。でもあなたがゾディアークのかけらで同じ性質を持つのであれば、世界を救いたいという願いが満ちるほどに強くなるはず。だからあなたは英雄を、光の戦士を目指せと人々を焚きつけたのよ。アルバートという象徴まで使ってね。
そうだ。私はそういうもので、だからこそ英雄を利用してきた。ある時は手を取って導き、またある時は敵対者として成長を促した。さらには本人になって世界を先導したことさえある。それは私が力を得るための手段であると同時に、同胞たるアシエンたちが暗躍する舞台作りにも役立った。エメとセルクにとっての国と同じだ。
そう、あなたもまた歴史のただ中で思い知ってきたのでしょうね。人の不確かさを、思いは変わり、記録は欠け、記憶はねじ曲がっていくものだということ。だから託す道はないと私たちを拒んだ。けれどそういうあなた自身は完璧なの。大事なものをきちんと覚えていて。
何が言いたい？
万神は注がれる願いによって性質を変えるものよ。そして私たちが抱く願いは世界を救うという一念でさえきっとあなたの時代よりもバラバラで複雑だわ。それを糧としてきたあなたは本当にあなたでいられてるのかしら。
私にそれを問う必要などない。己が変質し内から何が駆け落ちていたとしても、私は自分の座を、役目を覚えている。14人委員会の同胞たちを時に助け時に正しながら星と人のために計画を遂行する。それでいい。エリディブス、その名こそが私の全てで、その名だけが私のしるべだ。話は終わりだ。君の実力は十分に理解した。今のままの私ではそれを下すのは難しいが、ここまでの仕込みはいわば策の表側だ。そろそろ裏に返させてもらうとしよう。闇の戦士殿とそこそこに渡り合える力を得られているなら、大抵のなり損ないは仕留められると思わないか？
Well, it has been an eventful morning. If indeed it is morning, I have no idea how long I was unconscious. Regardless, I am gratified to see that my efforts at Anida have borne fruit. We have confirmed the nature of our foe and his plot. Now then, what news from the surface? I see. Then let us make for Umor at once. We have much to share with our comrades. Elidibus' parting threat, not least of all. Ah, but forgive me. It would seem my belongings do not accompany me here. I'll need to retrieve them from Anida. With luck, the ethereal stream you traverse still lingers. I won't be long. Ooh, what's that? It's a stone. Looks like a soul crystal. Alright, this is where I'm going to be splitting up the video. I'm still going to continue for the video as a whole, but this is where I'm going to be splitting it up for YouTube. So for YouTube, I hope you enjoyed it. When we come back, we will investigate this crystal. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.